Hi everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm doing a recipe for my keto lifestyle section. For those of you who maybe watched my gardening videos, I just did a video in my garden where we are growing a few garlic, and what we did was we cut off the garlic scapes, and we are using garlic scapes to make a pesto sauce. So the scapes, when they come out of the garden, they all have a little bulb like this, and that is where the flower would evolve should you leave it on the plant. And then attached to that is the long stem. Now, unfortunately, I've already cut these, but what you do is you cut the scape right below where the flower is, and then you cut them into little pieces all the way along the stem until it starts to get a little bit woody, and it will get woody, just kind of like asparagus. So that end part you want to cut off because it's not, it wouldn't be easy to digest and to chew. So you want to make sure that the scape pieces that you have are tender. Okay, the other pieces you can keep if you want to use in stews for flavoring or whatever, but just like you would with bay leaves, you would remove them after you've used them for your flavoring. Okay, so in this recipe you're looking at about 10 to 12 scapes. So I have mine cut up and put into my Vitamix. You could use a food processor as well. And then it's very much like a regular pesto recipe, except that we are not going to use pine nuts, which are traditional. We are going to use a half a cup of slivered almonds. So here's my almonds, if I can open it up. And we're going to get in a cup. And we just want a half a cup of the slivered almonds. There we go. And we're going to add that to the blender. And then we're going to go with a third cup of Parmesan cheese, because what's pesto without Parmesan cheese? So we'll get a third cup of Parmesan cheese. So we'll throw that into the blender. And then, of course, we need our olive oil. So olive oil, you're going to need about a half a cup. And depending on when you blend it up, you might need to add a little bit more. So start with about a half a cup of your olive oil. So there's my half cup into my Vitamix. And of course we need to season it with a little bit of salt and pepper. Of course you can do that to taste. So salt and some pepper. There we go. And then you blend it into the pesto. So I'm going to just pop this on my Okay, so as you're blending it, I can see that mine requires a little bit more olive oil, so feel free to add the olive oil. It's really dependent on how many scapes you've used and of course how large the scapes are. So let's throw some more in. Sorry my back is to you, but I have a small kitchen. So here we go, let's try that. Okay. And I'm going to use a little bit more because I like it a little bit thinner, the consistency. So, So now you'll see that we have, I'm going to get a spoon. we have a beautiful, beautiful pesto sauce that looks, and oh my gosh, smells amazing. So what I'm going to do to store it, I'm going to use some tonight because tonight we're going to do a barbecue steak, and I'm going to saute some cremini mushrooms on the stovetop, and I'm going to saute them with a little bit of this pesto. But if you're not going to use the pesto right away, a great trick is just to get an ice tray and fill your ice tray, or the ice where the ice cubes would normally form, with the pesto. And when you've done that, you can cover it with some saran wrap, throw it in your freezer, and then you can take it out whenever you want to use pesto, because pesto is so versatile. You could use it in so many different recipes. And oh my God, I wish you could smell this. It smells so good, because the Scapes, they have the garlic flavor, but it's a much milder tone than the actual garlic bulb itself. So this is a really wonderful recipe. Try it out. And again, you know what? The world's your oyster, right? Like when you're cooking, you can substitute what you like to make. If you prefer pine nuts, use the pine nuts. You don't need to use the almonds for this. If you're vegan, then you can substitute the Parmesan cheese with cashew nuts. They make a great sort of vegan Parmesan. And I would even add a couple of teaspoons of the nutritional yeast, because that gives that real nice cheesy flavor. So like I said, this is sort of a basic recipe, but you can certainly change it as it appeals to your personal taste. Now, because a lot of you who would be looking at this are interested in the macros with the keto, 1 teaspoon is about 1 serving. That's worth about 57 calories, and there are 0 net carbs. There's 1 gram of protein and 6 grams of fat. So it is completely keto friendly, and it really adds a real nice zip, a nice flavor to many, many foods. So I hope you try it out and let me know what you think. And until next time, we'll see you then. Bye.